In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is your boy, Doc Holiday. We are back. I know it seemed like a long time, but we are back in the house tonight. It is HBCU Tonight, brought to you by HBCU Overdrive. As always, y'all make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment. Make sure that you share. And most of all, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure that you donate to the channel because without the donations, we don't get to pay the bills around here as far as with this channel goes. But other than that, y'all know how we do it. Go around here and pretty much do what I'm saying? Do my announcements just like we in church. Be right back.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
And we back, and we back, and we are back. Let me get my little air horn. Appreciate everybody for coming in. See who coming in. Make sure comment where you from and who you claim. Comment where you from and who you claim. You know, you gotta treat it like it's a game. But we got my boy Cos up in here representing the North Dakota State. And let's see, we got Mr. Quay as always up in here. We got my bro. I got my boy Craig Hall up in this thing right here. So we're getting some people to come in. So first and foremost, yes, shout out to baseball because it did start this weekend. Baseball and softball to be exact. So I know my guy Jeremiah, who's always in here cutting up a rug with the jokes and stuff like that in the chat. He will be happy that I am going to be talking about some SWAC baseball, some Jackson State baseball coming up this coming up year. Also, we got a lot of things that's been happening for the last week. We got a slate of basketball games coming up this weekend. We also have some serious things to talk about as far as regarding to other HBCUs that's in the news right now. Shout out to Miss Shanetta Chrysler. Miss Chrysler, she and 50 students are in Baltimore for engineering. I guess you want to call it symposium, engineering symposium. But we got 50 best and brightest minds from Jackson State University, from the School of Engineering. Different types of engineering programs are in Baltimore as we speak right now. They did land. They had a good, 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 good flight to be more. Um, Having some fun right now and learning about basically engineering and what it takes to be that person in engineering. But excuse me. But other than that, we got a fun filled show for you tonight, and I wouldn't be right if I didn't give a shout out to my sponsor, shopmerchsports.com. Be right back with that, y'all.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
We back again. We are back again. We are back again. We are back again. So we got some things going on before we head into the SWAC. Let's take a trip to Raleigh, North Carolina, to St. Augustine University, St. Augustine's University, SAU. So, in the news today from St. Aug, they are hit with a tax lien right now. So, the government is asking for some money. Let's get into it, though. So, St. Augustine's University, a private HBCU in Raleigh, North Carolina, was hit with more bad news this week. The IRS filed a $7.9 million lien against the university for unpaid taxes dating back to the end of 2020, according to WRAL.com. If that wasn't enough, less than a week after it was revealed that the school would not be able to make its February 9th payroll, some professors have started canceling classes. Since she doesn't want to teach for free and is honestly wanting to get paid, she says she's not going to grade any of our stuff or send us any more emails until further notice. Student Sienna Forrester said after her teacher emailed her and said there will be no classes. I'm not making this up, y'all. I'm not making this up. If that wasn't enough, garbage was reportedly overflowing on the campus as late as Thursday, according to ABC 11. Several of the university's money issues are athletics related. All right. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Field Turf USA filed a $598,000 lien against St. Augustine's University for failing to pay for a new artificial turf field in December 2023. Also, former football head coach Howard Fagans is also suing the school for breach of contract, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, fraudulent / negligent misrepresentation, and tortious interference with contractual relations. Other words, what that means is that school broke off the contract because of the simple fact that he was not fired. He was fired uh, with without cause. In a sense, he was fired without cause. Um, I just hope and pray that everything gets fixed, said student Roger Harris told WRAL. I love school. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love school. I love this university. It's a historically black college. We don't have many of those in the United States, so I pray that everything gets fixed here. I'm trying to play football here. If I can't get my classes, I can't play football. No academics, no sports. Hey, I like that kid right there. First and foremost, St. Aug has already been in the news with, like I said, with the firing of their coach, who was only there for 7 months. Um, didn't get any type of help from the university. Uh, it was a lot of issues that they had going on. And I think, and part of this is on the university's fault, and I don't really think it's on the athletics' fault. I mean, well, it's athletics related, but it's the person that makes the decision is the university. So, if part of this 7.9 tax lien is through athletics, then maybe in a sense you might have to shut down your athletics program and try to make sure you get that money to the IRS, because if not, then they'll be knocking on their door and telling you got to go. They will be trying to shut the school down for financial reasons. We have already had schools that have been shut down for financial reasons. Me and Mr. Ford we talked about this. We talked about when Bishop College here in Dallas has shut down. We talked about Knoxville College, even though it is open, they did shut down for a second. We talked about what was the school? I'm trying to figure out. It's a school that just Payne College shut down. So we gotta uh we got a lot of we just had schools that shut down for financial purposes. You also had a school that lost its accreditation for financial purposes, in which basically it was all on them. And this we talking about Morris Brown. Um, Morris Brown got the accreditation back. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that they got their accreditation back, but um, 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 but before they lost their accreditation. So you get to the point where you got a school that is in financial despair, even though in a sense sports is the actual generator of revenue for said schools. um, and I wouldn't say majority, but I would say maybe like 35-40% of your money comes from uh, athletics, mainly football and part basketball. So those are two sports that you would probably get money from. But because St. Aug is a private institution, they only could get a certain amount of money from their athletics program. But remember, they're trying to get that money they got to get their money from the federal government. It's the same issue the same thing that kind of went on at Bethune-Cookman. Glad that Bethune-Cookman has turned a new leaf. They don't, you don't really hear too much about Bethune-Cookman and what they're doing right now. They kind of keeping it quiet, keeping it low profile. Good. When I seen this, and shout out to HBCU Game Day, Mr. Stephen Gaither, Stephen Gaither. When I seen this and this came into my actual group with HBCU Nightly, and I was like, this is all crazy because of the simple fact that we talk about this, like we have different conversations about a lot of things, y'all. And it's one of the things that we actually talk about this. And what can we do to help remedy this whole situation? Um, first and foremost, you got to pay the taxes. You got to pay the taxes. If you owe taxes, you got to pay them. You got to pay them. And it's since the end of 2020. That's pretty much during the year of COVID. And I don't know how. And in fact, I don't know how much money the government gave as far as with HBCUs, but that you should have got some money from the federal government because they were passing around like hotcakes. I'm just saying, just saying. But in a sense, this is a major blow to a historic institution like St. Augustine's University. Hopefully they get back on track. But if not, man, we hope and pray that they don't become another victim of a school closing down or losing its accreditation, um, and adding on to the whole list of other universities and colleges that we had that were open and that were prominent. Um, like I said, hopefully they get all this stuff squared away. All right. Another thing that was in the news, let me see. Because y'all excuse me. Your boy I be working. Um I'll be working. So when I'm at work, I try to get everything. Um, let's see. Just now looking at this, I know this ain't HBCU related, but I'm just looking at this article right here from CNN. A judge orders Donald Trump and his companies to pay nearly $355 million in the New York civil fraud case. Damn, that's almost $500 million. Boy, keep your hands to yourself, partner. That's why I say keep your hands to yourself. What else we got going on? It's still Black History Month, so my guy on Twitter, Lane's World, he's out there promoting HBCUs through his on his Twitter account. But go ahead and support my guy right there, man. He a good dude. Even though he went to that school down I-55, he's still a good person, man. So I will see what's going on with that. Also, if you haven't seen it, for all the video game people out there, like me, for all the people who are video game enthusiasts, like me, y'all gonna have to help me fund this NCAA 25 football, NCAA football 25 when it drop. We we gonna have to get that game right there. Cause I stream playing the game and talk noise and whatever we want to do. But we gotta get that funded, y'all. We gotta get that funded. But now, NCAA football 25 is gonna be coming out. They got a trailer that's gonna be dropping in May, so that is a good thing right there. If you haven't seen all the stuff that came in on Twitter, go check that out. Also, shout out to Coach Chris Wright and the Langston University Lions men's basketball program. He follows me on Twitter. Also, I need to get him on an interview because he is one of the hottest coaches out there right now in HBCU basketball. Oh man, let me get this. I'm gonna follow. All right, so let me see. Oh yeah, let me check on. So at this point, Langston University, um, only lost one game right now. They're currently the number 2 team in the NAIA overall. NAIA overall. They have a chance to win the NAIA tournament championship, basketball championship this year. Uh, they also have won the Sooner Athletic Conference. I think this is for the second or third year in a row. This team is pretty much made up. Not gonna lie to you, this team is pretty much made up of former D1 basketball players that have dropped. They have decided to go to Langston and play for Coach Chris Wright at Langston University. So you got a player that's on the team from New Mexico State, another one from Sam Houston State, a Northwestern State player, and then we got a couple other D1 transfers, and some JUCO players on the team. We talking about this man right here, Coach Wright, is the one to look for. If you're an HBCU program in Division 1, and if you ain't going to Langston, Oklahoma to knock on this man's door to come coach your program, you're doing your program a disservice. Whoever's on the hot seat in the SWAC or the MEAC, you're doing your program a disservice. You don't come holler at this man right here. Because not only is he about to take Langston to new heights this season, he's also taken Talladega to the national championship. He took them 2 years ago before he even arrived at Langston. So, what did it tell you right there? What does that tell you right there? That says this man knows how to coach. This man knows how to build a strong program. He has done it at two schools, Talladega and Langston, both HBCUs. When you watch Langston, I've seen clips of Langston basketball. When you watch them, it's like run and gun. It's pretty much showtime. We're talking about these kids are having fun when they're out there on that court. We're talking about turning up the pressure, getting steals, throwing lobs at the rim. 3-point, like these kids are playing fundamental basketball, but they're having so much fun doing it, and nobody has not seen it. But y'all need to go check it out. Check it out, okay? Not being real, not being funny. I'm not joking. Go check out this team right here, Langston University. We talking about this man took over a team. He took over Langston. They was 1-27. It was 1-27 2 years ago. Last season, he turned the team around. They had a 30-win turnaround, y'all. They went 31-3 last season. And basically becoming the first ever HBCU and the only HBCU to win the Sooner Athletic Conference regular season and conference tournament. Last season, they advanced to the Sweet 16 of the NAIA tournament, and they lost to Georgetown College. And Georgetown College has some connections with HBCUs, with Bishop College. That's another story we can talk about right there. There hasn't been a HBCU on the NAIA level to win a national championship since Virginia Union, and that was back in 2005, y'all. But y'all need to go check these people out. Check these kids out right here. Check them out. And not only that, they carry a 29-game home winning streak. These boys had not lost their home in 2 years. 29-0. They have not lost their home in 2 years. Like I said, this is a great brand of basketball to be watching with Langston University. We also talk about the same type of basketball played at Tennessee State University. What's going on at with Southern and their turnaround from last season to this season is remarkable as far as on the men's side, and of course on the women's side, the two mainstays in the SWAC and the MEAC is Jackson State and Norfolk State on the women's side in the MEAC. So we're getting more in touch with that, but first, make sure y'all hit the donation button. Make sure you hit the Cash App, PayPal, or the Zelle. Cash App, HBCU Overdrive, PayPal, David Smith 1925, and the Zelle, David E. Smith 30@gmail.com. Make sure you hit the donation button, because without the donation, we won't be able to get none of this stuff over here, y'all. And that's for real. Hold on. Let me see what my boy EA said. Said, Doc, as I mentioned to other podcasters, me, you may be extremely talented as a coach. If you don't have relationships with ADs, prayers, big money boosters, you're not getting jobs. Not fair, but true. That is true. You're correct. That is true. Now, back to the video game. I did talk to somebody that said that the FCS won't be on there just yet, but it'll be on the second go round. But I'm just put it like this. I need all my FCS teams on there, all the HBCU teams on there. It don't matter who you are or where you from or anything like that. When the game drop with put Jackson State on there, I'm playing on dynasty mode with Jackson State. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. I'm gonna be on God mode with Jackson State with football, man. Man, anyway, y'all. But anyway, y'all. Like I said, check out Langston University men's basketball. They are headed into the NAIA tournament. I don't know when it starts, but it should be starting up pretty soon. Uh, other than that, let's get into first and foremost. Y'all already know. First and foremost, as the SWAC turns. Lord Jesus, y'all know how this is. As the SWAC turns. Um, first and foremost. Whew. Let me give a huge shout out to my alma mater, to the best band in the land. Hold on. Who would I play with? I'm a Tennessee fan, so I play with the Volunteers. I'll play with the Volunteers, yeah. But anyway, so as the SWAC turns, first and foremost, shout out to the Son of Boom on the South. Man, like I said, y'all had a hell of a couple of weeks being on the road. First and foremost, being at the pep band, being at the HBCU Legacy Classic in New Jersey. Also, later on in that day, the rest of the boom was with the girls for the girls game against Grambling that day. And last but not least, the alumni band, the Sunny Boom alumni band, going on tour with Drake and J. Cole. Who's to say what this man is doing? Shout out to Dr. Roger Little. Man, shout out to Dr. Little, man. You know, and then we keep everything. I can keep stuff secret. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say too much anything. Kept it a secret most of the time until we saw, till Sunday came. But watching the halftime show, first of all, watching the Super Bowl the game was great regardless. Patrick Demetrius, aka Big Meech Mahomes, went out there and did what he's supposed to do and won the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Does this put him in God mode as far as with Super Bowl winning quarterbacks? Yes. But I actually wanted the 49ers to win, so I ain't want Big Meech to win like that. But the game was great. Like I said, Kansas City and San Francisco played a great defensive battle on Sunday. Then halftime comes, we talking about Usher, we got Alicia Keys out there. You got her out there. You got Jermaine Dupri, Luda, Lil Jon. I was just waiting on for the East Side Boys to come on up there. I was waiting on for the Brad. I was waiting on for Bow Wow to get their ass up there. I thought this was gonna be a So Def reunion with this show right here. But damn all that. Damn Usher, don't get me wrong. Usher is very, 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 very talented and everything. But watching our collegiate band, the Son and Boom of the South, out there on halftime show in the biggest game of the year, the most watched game of the year, and they put on a performance like no other. Y'all get a standing ovation. So, other than that, then after that, we got this big uproar about who was the better band for a halftime at the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So, of course, them Rattlers came in talking about when they was in the Super Bowl and they played with Prince, that was the best halftime show ever right there because they was in their uniform and it rained when Prince was playing Purple Rain and stuff like that. I get it. I watched that Super Bowl. I liked the performance. I like what y'all did. Don't get me wrong, but that was 2007, y'all. That was 2007. And then you got the folks from Grambling came in like we were the first ones to do it. Yeah, that was back in the 60s, y'all, when the Super Bowl first started. When the Super Bowl first started, they was the first band to play at the Super Bowl. HBCU band. I'm just saying, he don't care. That was 60 years ago. Trust me, we do not care. Who's the other school that, I got a person that stays on, he works in the front office downstairs, in the front office in my apartment complex. And he went to Prairie View. He was like, well, we was on stage with Beyonce. Cool. But guess what? That wasn't during the Super Bowl. That was during the Thanksgiving game here in Dallas. I know this because I watched it. I watched the game. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I am for all my historically black colleges and universities. I am for all my institutions that happens to serve people of my color, of this color right here. People of this color, right? I had no ill will towards that. I'm a bandhead by nature. I mean, I played in the band when I was, high school and middle school and elementary school and stuff like that. I'm a bandhead by nature. All right, it's in my blood. Music is in my blood. All right, so I mean, I didn't discredit. I didn't discount what FAMU did with Prince. I didn't even discount what Texas Southern did last year. Was it 2 years ago when they brought out Bianca Belair for WrestleMania here in Dallas? I didn't discount none of that. I didn't discount Prairie View performing with Beyonce for halftime with the Cowboys game. I really didn't discount what Grambling did with Beyonce in the Homecoming documentary. I remember that. But we're talking about 2024. We was talking about Super Bowl 58. We had Usher. We had everybody that was Atlanta, that was damn near Atlanta based. And we had the summa cum laude of bands, the Son and Boom of the South, went out there, ripped the show, ripped the field up, tore the house down. Congratulations to them. And they already starting their marketing campaign for the 2025 Tournament of Roses Parade. That is the next thing they got. So right now they are on they have to raise $800,000. And the reason why they're doing that is because it takes money to move the band. If it ain't in the budget, it takes money to move the band. It takes money to move the band. All right. So if you haven't done it by now, whoever, either Quay or Jay, if you got that link, send it to me. That way I could put it in on the next show where we can actually start raising. People could come in and pull their money and raise the money, and it's just free. It's free publicity. I'm not getting paid. Y'all know me. I ain't getting paid for this stuff like that. Not like that. But I like to give my institutions they just do. And I'm gonna say it like this. Because the Super Bowl this past week was a success, the halftime show was a success. The next Super Bowl 59, is in New Orleans during Mardi Gras week. So who's going to be on? To me, ask this question: who's going to be on the marquee, the halftime show for Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans? Okay, okay. Gotcha. But who do y'all want to see? Who do y'all want to see perform Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans? A lot of people done already put their number in for cash money. A lot of people done put their number in for no limit, with Master P and stuff like that. That's great. That's great. You know. Blue said, Blue said Lil Wayne to just skip halftime for next year. Hey man. Hey man. Oh man, that's fun. Hey, Blue be coming out the woodwork with some jokes, man. But other than that, y'all, who do y'all want to see in the Super Bowl next year? I mean, as long as Jay-Z and Rock Nation has a whole of the Super Bowl halftime show performance in the lineup that they want to bring in, it's gonna be nice. Now, before we get back to the SWAC Turners, y'all. Oh yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like the band like that, their band like that. But if you give me the jukebox, if you give me the jukebox back in the in the 90s and early 2000s when Hamer took over, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. But I wouldn't mind seeing Southern down there and performing for halftime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only right. It's only right. Southern and Grambling is only right. You have both of those bands down there. Hey, Hamer. Hey, with Hamer was, man. Hamer did not care. He blowing your mama if she was in a hospital right now. That's how Hamer got down with he was, he was the director at Southern, and I think they gave him a That was misjustice of what they did with Heimer, man. That sucks. But I just put that in there. Who y'all want to see in the Super Bowl next year? For halftime, you know. Um, but other than that, man, before we get back into the subject at hand, y'all already know the Mayonnaise Brigade was out there with their tiki torches again, talking about why they're singing the Black National Anthem. Let me see. But other than that, y'all, the Mayonnaise Brigade was out there with the tiki torches and like, yes, we don't care about the Black National Anthem. And then it was so crazy. It was so crazy that they tried to get smoke for the dang on for the 2 weeks ago when Morgan State sung the national anthem. The Morgan State Choir sung the national anthem. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, whoa, come on now. What you talking about? They was look like your hood is showing your hood is showing. They was trying to be suited and booted with the white hoods on. But we just knew that I just knew like first of all, I think was that Andrea Day that sung the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice. First of all, she did a hell of a job singing that song. I don't care what anybody say. I was getting off the bus, had my phone with my headphones in, listening to the national anthem and the Black National Anthem. First and foremost, Andrea Day sung the hell out of that song. Great job. Second of all, as long as the damn Super Bowl is in February, the month of Black History Month, that song gonna get played every freaking year until Roger Goodell say, just make it a part of our everyday routine for every game. I'm just saying. Just saying. But it make no sense. Like this is an anthem for us. For us. Because we have endured over 400 years of involuntary servitude, incarceration, rape, of murder, of castration, emasculation. Like we have endured all of that. And so when I hear that song, and I sang that song at church. When it come down to it, when we have a convention, that's the song we sing right there to start off our convention. Come on now. Come on now. The song is meant for us. And then all you hear is like, you see all this like, well, they don't have a Latino American, they don't have a Latino national anthem or a Jewish. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't fit well with the topic that we're talking about. It doesn't fit well with the topic that we talk about. When I'm saying What I'm saying is that when that song is sung, we sing every bit of that song. If we mean every bit of that song. When most people sing the national anthem, you're only getting the first two stanzas. You're not getting the third one because they omit the third one. Because they know with the third one, that third stanza in the national anthem, they know that they were wrong for putting that in. And plus, the the Black National Anthem predates even the national anthem that we have now. Let me see what you say. So that what they're doing is setting the stage for Trump to split his during this campaign a few months before the election. Just watch. Yeah, but but they like our money. They gonna get our money from us. Um, they like the yeah. It was made first, and as long as the big game is played in the month of February, and as long as Roger Goodell is the commissioner of the NFL, that song is gonna get played. That song is gonna get played regardless. Regardless. I don't care what anybody say. Regardless, that song is gonna get played. But let's go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back, y'all.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also, you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
We back. We are back. We are back. We about to continue with As the SWAC Turns. Oh, Lord. So, as y'all already know, last week, we got word on the street that Jonathan Bradley was going to take the job at University of South Alabama. He's going to be the defensive line coach for Major Applewhite's program. We gave him a good, a good send off, salute to him. And even though it's the kind of back at the drawing board, it's what you want to do for your coaches. You want to make sure that your coaches level up. It's good. Make sure they level up. But other than that, But other than that, we found out this week that um, Maurice Harris, Maurice Harris has stepped down as the offensive coordinator for Jackson State University, and he is on his way to Auburn University to go be back uh, on the sidelines with Coach Hugh Freeze down there at Auburn, Alabama. Now, this now about to turn into who is the new OC and who is the new DC for Jackson State. We talked about this on Timona's show the other day, a couple of days ago, when this all came out. Who we think is going to be the new OC and the new DC for Jackson State University football. Now, my suggestion, as far as for the DC, for the defensive coordinator, my suggestion is right there in house, and I want to name Terenzo Quinn as I want him to be my new DC. Not saying he doesn't know anything about it, but he is the co-defense. This past season he was the co-defensive coordinator, but he was also the DB's coach, who basically turned out a monster DB room this past year. And he got another year this season with another monster DB room. And we got pieces that's add on to there. So it's a good thing that we got that. But I would rather have Terenzo Quinn as my defensive coordinator. It ain't really. I ain't saying he is, but this is in my sense. This is who I would want. Now, as far as the OC, the offensive coordinator, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Would I rather have TC calling plays? I would. Y'all know a couple years ago, 61-15, destroyed Alabama A&M on their homecoming. TC called a great game, phenomenal game. He did some things where, what's going on, Ghana? He did some things where he basically kind of minimized our deficiencies on the offensive line, and ran the ball, and Shador went out there and aired it out that year, and y'all know we put and plus defense wins championships, and y'all already know we put 50 on them. We put 50 on them. I mean, put 60 on them. My bad. Put 60 on them. And it's crazy we haven't had an output like that since then. Of course, winning. We had we scored 45 last season. We scored 37. We scored 41 against Pine Bluff. But we also had some games where we struggled. We struggled, like the Alabama State game. We struggled mightily. Even we struggled with turnovers, but we also struggled with a lackluster offensive play calling, offensive scheme. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, We in the same boat as FAMU because I ain't heard nothing about y'all having y'all offensive coordinator or your defensive coordinator already there. I ain't heard nothing. And I be on Twitter majority of the time. Even when I'm at work, I'm on Twitter most of the time. So I have not heard anything. What FAMU? What's going on? It's been over almost 2 months since Willie done left y'all and went to Duke. It's been 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, when Ryan Smith, aka Smitty Rock, took his talents to Murray State. Been a minute since your OC. You lost your OC. I'm just saying, what's up? What's going on? What is going on at the lowest of the 7 hills? What is going on there? I just want to know. I just want to know. Because I don't know. I got a report on this. Oh, yeah, we do. Hey, Craig. Hey, Craig. You already know. You already know. We got a great O-line coach. Yeah. I ain't heard not one word. One word. I have not heard one word from the folks in Tallahassee about who the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator going to be. Have not heard one word. This phone is at my hip all the time. All the time. Look like it's burnt out, but it's on my this is on my hip all the time. And I'm looking, I'm just looking. Like, what is going on, fam? What's going on? Everybody want to know about what's going on in Jackson State. Hey, if y'all have something in order, I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you. Because you get somebody that is trash for your OC or your DC, October the 19th, it's Jackson State by 60. It's Jackson State by 60. I'm just saying. You ain't got your house in order, fam. Or who your two coordinators gonna be? It's Jackson State by 60. 60. 60. Let me put it to you in Spanish. 60. 60. JSU by 60. Just saying. Just saying. Let me put it to you in French. Let me put it to you in French. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it to you in French. Asante. Swa. Sante. Hey man, look, I'm a Texan by heart. Hey, I'm a Texan by heart, bro. I don't do too much of Spanish. I took French. Soixante was French. I took French when I was in school, so yeah. Anyway, man. Anyway, by 60. I'm gonna just put it just like that. October the 19th. And then before that, y'all gotta play. Ooh, y'all gotta play. Y'all gotta play Alabama State. I say they beat y'all by at least 25 or 30. I ain't saying nothing in Spanish. Shoot. I will say it in Negro before I say it in Spanish. The only time I talk in Spanish is when I'm at work and I deal with my Hispanic customers. I'm just saying. Just saying. Get your house in order before you start running your mouth about ours. I never come on with. I never said I was good in Spanish. I never said that. Hold on now, Blue. What you say? I'm telling you, Blue be coming over here be trying to wreck somebody's dream. Oh man, you'll give me a pass. I did no, but you know what though? When I'm at work, I do deal with a lot of Cubans. I deal with a lot of Dominicans. Um, of course, people from Mexico, Honduras, Central America. So I deal with a lot of people that's coming in and they spend their money in Walgreens and do what they got to do. So I'm very cool with it. Okay. Mhm. Somebody driving back in from church. I already be careful out there, G. Yes, with Afro Cuban. Yes, there are some Afro Cubans over here in Irving. There's a lot of them that have immigrated here. So they are very cool. They are very passionate people. So I ain't gonna say too much bad or anything about that. Mm. But while we on it, while we on it, signing day is over with. So everybody's done drop it. Everybody's about to be into get into spring practice mode. Uh, so uh, teams are going into about to transition to spring practice, and then from spring practice they go into the spring game, and then after that you also have that second half of kids that's going to either enter into the transfer portal or they're going to get pulled out of the portal to sign with other schools. So y'all be on the lookout for that. That will be in the next spring game. Spring practice should be in the next couple of weeks. Spring game is in April. Most of them are in April. The portal opens back up in May. After that, the portal's on. I think the portal's open up for about a week or two, if I'm not mistaken. Blue, correct me if I'm wrong. After that, then we got your summer camp, and then you got fall practice. So we got, oh my God, we got about 190 something days until college football kick back off again. So, Bet, take me after the show, man. Uh, so the young QB, Ethan Terrell, man, Louisville, Texas, um, pretty much had a storied career. I think he is like top five in their school history of all time passing yards. Uh, talking about a dual threat QB, 6'2", 185, kind of in the mold of an Andrew Body. Um, but We talk about a little bit more accurate passer than Andrew. Andrew got some more wiggle room as the shakes, you know what I'm saying, the stutter step, because he can get to the pocket. He can get outside of the pocket. Pretty much same, like I said, same build, same frame, same height. We talk just Drew probably about maybe 15 pounds bigger than Ethan. Both of them, you know, he's right-handed. Um, can see the field, all over. He tends to want to pass the ball before he wants to run. But when he does run, he's pretty much a weapon out of the backfield. Runs a 4.5. Um, can pretty much, like I said, can pretty much sling the ball. And he is Louisville, Texas. Not Louisville, Texas. He is their all-time leader in wins by QB with, I think he has like 32. In fact, he passed up another former QB that I knew of, Chad Nelson, who was a G himself. And also he passed up his head coach on the all-time wins list, Coach Odell. So we talk about a kid that's like a gamer. He wants to play. He wants to play football. He's a scholar athlete, and you know what I'm saying. And he is JSU royalty because, like I said, his people went there. His mom went there. His grandfather, grandparents, uncles, they went to Jackson State. So he is pretty much JSU royalty right there. And not only is he that, he also is a good recruiter because the man just recruited his whole offensive line to the school. And not only did he just recruit the whole offensive line, in between that, the brothers done recruited Quay Davis done recruited both of his brothers to Jackson State, and they're on the team. They're one would be there in the summertime. Ziggy is there with his brothers, so yeah, and then Devin Love, he's also there too. Look, man, can do what he do. But I just want to put that out there, man. I just want to put that out there. You ask me about QB, new QB that's the future. So that's what I gave you right there, man. And he played in the tough district. We talk about district with not just Louisville, but Capel. He did play against Allen. We talked about the Plano schools, East, West, and Senior High School was in that district. Flower Mound Marcus, Flower Mound High School. Like, yeah, that district was tough that he played in. So, it's good, man. But other than that, man, make sure y'all hit the donation button. Make sure you hit that donation button. Donation. Man, put the Dr. Umar on there. Donations, gifts. In other news, we got not next week, but the weekend after, we got the HBCU Legacy Bowl on the 24th of February in New Orleans. That game will be televised on the NFL Network, if I'm not mistaken. This is the third iteration of this game right here. Hopefully, we see some good football being played. This weekend, we see some next weekend, we see some talented players hopefully get their name called in April. That's one thing we want to hear about. We got the NFL Combine coming up this week, if I'm not mistaken, or this month, if I'm not mistaken. We have the HBCU Combine coming up during Legacy Bowl week. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Also, uh, I have. Oh yeah. I did check that. I did check. I did check on the. I did check on that. Jackson State. Thank you, Blue. But Jackson State did settle with uh Fred Jones and the Southern Heritage Classic because we was on contract with them for the last 2 years. We breached the contract, so basically we kind of owe. I mean, we had to settle for like 800,000. I think it was like 800,000. The Gulf Coast. Oh, and also, if I hope this is not true, but the I hope this is not true. This is not SWAC related. From what I heard this week, the AD for Fort Valley State um, reportedly said she stepped down after being a year on the job. I don't know how true that is. Blue, if you know that's true, let me know so I can kind of put it out there a little bit more, elaborate on it a little bit more. But if that is true, let me know. If not, I'm not going to go through with that. But with Jackson State and the Southern Heritage Classic, yes, we settled the lawsuit. Um, Look, we ain't trying to be in court all day. We ain't trying to be in court for a long period of time. Just go ahead and get a man his money. But if he wants Jackson State to come back, okay. So if he wants Jackson State to come back, you're going to have to cut that check, partner. Fred Jones, if you want Jackson State to be in the Southern Heritage Classic, you going to have to cut the check. And we ain't talking about no $325,000. We talking about you gonna have to cut the check. You gonna have to pay for the team to get there, the band, everybody to get there on your dime because you make more money out of this for the whole weekend than you do. It just don't make no sense. But cut the check, partner. Just cut it. That's all we ask for. If you don't want to cut the check, we not coming back to you. And if Memphis want us back in that game, tell Fred Jones to cut the check. Cut the check. We talked about a check that we keep ourselves. We don't take no money out to move nothing. You pay for everybody to come here and do the same thing. And you not just with Jackson State, do the same thing with Tennessee State. Cut the check. You got one school coming in that's 3.5 hours away in Middle Tennessee. You got another school coming in another 3 hours from the south, coming up north from Mississippi to Memphis. Cut the check. That's it. Cut the check. That's all we ask for. Cut the check. That's it. Now we also we got word on in the other SWAC news, we got word about Mickey Joseph's contract for Grambling. It was ratified today. It was ratified by the state of Louisiana and the University of Louisiana system. His base salary is $325,000, but he only signed for 2 years. So And people gonna ask why 2 years. Well, in 2 years, if he could turn the program around in 2 years, then yeah, you're gonna add, he'll ask for an extension. Or if he feels like he has other aspirations as far as coaching on the FBS level or back, in the NFL. I mean, you're not putting a lot of years on it with extra money. It's easy. It's easy to maneuver. But if he wants to stay and he feel like he turns the program around in 2 years and it's a sustainable turnaround, give him extra years. I think you should be able to do that. I think schools should be starting to do that a little bit more often instead of giving coaches like 5, 6 years and then they either start off good early, like the first year, and then they kind of dip down in the next 2 years, or they start off horrible and then you cut bait. Now, when you cut bait, you gotta owe this set of money to this guy right here. And you're right, Ed. That is true about that. Ed trust him, but shoot, that's the case. Grambling touched him. Grambling touched it. I still say they still in the wrong for not even giving R. Browns a chance, and R. Browns got a way worse. I mean, he had a way worse reputation than what Mickey Joseph got from Nebraska. So, but it is what it is. So I just want to say that to y'all on that too. So, but 2 years, get the program. I mean, 2 years, you get the program around, turn it back around. You'll be able to. You can pretty much kind of maneuver and finesse. Do some finessing around and just do what you got to do. Um, But other than that, y'all, man, there's 72 people in here. Make sure we can get 72 likes. But in a sense, Ed, it's still the same thing. Shoot, he was at an FBS program. He was at a Power Five program where he did that, and I mean, but it is what it is. But I'm not even gonna. But yeah, man, it's a good thing that he got the deal. They came out with I think he came out with a good class. Uh, am I doing the mannequin challenge? No, I'm not doing the mannequin challenge. Did you just pause your? Oh shit! I ain't doing no mannequin. I ain't doing no mannequin challenge. But yeah, make sure y'all, yeah, man, look, make sure y'all hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Zelle. Um, Got to try to get this stuff moving along. Got some stuff saved up, so I don't be glitching. trying to get these, trying to get these HBCU Overdrive Championship banners up here to fill out this back wall right here. Um, oh Lord, I don't know. I ain't glitch with you, maybe I don't know, maybe my connection. I don't know. This thing got a mind of its own sometimes. I ain't texting nobody. I'm not texting nobody. Y'all try to be funny. I'm not texting nobody. As you want to see, I'm not texting nobody. Man, yeah, I want to get a green screen too, man. I'm just trying to fill this back wall right here because yeah, usually I do it in front of the fireplace and nah, but I just I just need, me just try to get all this straightened out. Y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good. First of all, first of all, I don't know if I want to get green and orange on the wall right there. It don't look right on the wall right here or right here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Blue and white is a good thing right there. But hmm, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just need some banners up here. So that was my little small initiative to raise some money for that and get that out the way and have that be done. Also, I forgot to send out the mock-ups for the hoodies. Send out a mock-up for the hoodies. Um, so if you haven't seen it in our group chat, um, um, I have Jay put it out there on Twitter so everybody can see the markups of the hoodies we're gonna try to do. I got to get back in touch with Merch and see what's going on with him. Uh, but other than that, we're gonna get into some SWAC basketball, some HBCU basketball, but mainly in the SWAC. So as I got my email from Mr. Andrew Roberts. Shout out to Associate Commissioner Andrew Roberts, getting me in touch, getting me in touch with the basketball. So This weekend. So this weekend we got Friday and Monday games. So tomorrow we got Mississippi Valley at Alabama A&M. That is a 2 o'clock tip off. That is on not ES, HBCU Go. At 3 o'clock, Bethune Cookman is at Alcorn. At 4 o'clock Central, you got Pine Bluff going down to Montgomery to play Alabama State. 5 o'clock tip off. Grambling is in the third ward at Texas Southern. 5:30 tip off. We got Southern versus Prairie View in the Baby Dome. And at 5:30 tomorrow evening, we got FAMU versus Jackson State at home. And that is going to be the same for the women's. And on the women's side, 12 o'clock tip off. This is on the women's side, Valley at Alabama A&M. That game is on HBCU Go. 1 o'clock, Bethune Cookman at Alcorn. 2 o'clock, Pine Bluff at Alabama State. 3 o'clock tip off, FAMU at Jackson State, Southern and Prairie View, and Grambling and Texas Southern. That is on tomorrow. On Monday, since FAMU is doing their Mississippi tour, you got FAMU at Alcorn. This is on the men's side. So FAMU at Alcorn tip off at 7. All tip offs are going to be at 7:30. Pine Bluff is at Alabama A&M. Valley is at Alabama State. Bethune Cookman comes to Jackson. Grambling is at Prairie View, and Southern is at Texas Southern. So that is the flip off for Monday. In the women's game, their tip off is at 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 5:30. So all tip offs at 5:30 Monday for the women's. Tip off at 7 for the men. In a sense, I think on the men's side they need to just go ahead and roll off an extra 30 minutes, so make the tip off at 7:30. But as far as when we start counting the standings, on the women's side, Jackson State is still rolling along. Jackson State is still rolling along. So we got Jackson State. We got Jackson State women's at 11-0, and more likely they'll be at 12-0 by tomorrow. So on the women's side, Jackson State sits at the top, 11-0. Pine Bluff and Grambling coming in at 2-3 with an 8-3 record. Southern with a 7-4. FAMU 6-5. Okay, I see why he said upset alert with FAMU, but I don't think it's an upset alert. Not on the women's side. Bethune Cookman and Alabama A&M and Prairie View at 5-6. Texas Southern 4-7, Alcorn and Alabama State 3-8, and Mississippi Valley at 1-10. This is all conference standings for the women's side right here. On the men's side, On the men's side, Southern sitting at 9-2 in the standings in conference. Grambling at 8-3 is second place. Bethune-Cookman and Texas Southern is tied at 7-4. Jackson State, Alabama State, and Alcorn all sit at 6-5. Prairie View, Alabama A&M, and Pine Bluff are sitting at 5-6. FAMU Men is at 2-9, and Valley is at 0-11. On the men's side, you got, like I said, you got the Florida schools making their way into into Mississippi. So you got FAMU playing Jackson State on Saturday. Then you have Bethune playing Jackson State on Monday. Then after that, the schedule doesn't get kind of easy. It really don't get easy. Because after that, Jackson State on the men's side go to Alcorn. They do play Alcorn in Alcorn coming up. And then the last 4 games in the month of March are on the last 2 on the road. The next 3 are on the road. The last 2 are at home. So on the road, we go to Houston and Prairie View. So we make our Texas 2-step during that weekend, March 2nd through the 4th. So we stop at Houston, play Texas Southern. Then we go to Prairie View to play Prairie View A&M on that Monday. Then on Thursday in Jackson is a matchup against Pine Bluff. But that matchup for Pine Bluff would be the big one for the women's side. And then we end the season March 9th against Mississippi Valley at home. So if we could play our cards right, we can actually end the season on an 8-game winning streak. If we can, as far as on the men's side. The women's side, I feel like the women's side, they're going to end it on an 8-game winning streak. They're going to be they're going to be 18-0 in conference play, top seed in the conference tournament, and if they win the whole thing, the whole conference tournament, look for Jackson State women's basketball to be not a 15 seed, not a 16 seed. Look at them being like a 14 or 13. That is what they're trying to gun for, or 14 or 13. I like the 13 matchup. It all depends on who your matchup is. But all right, band schools sure do talk a lot, but yeah, we talk a lot, but we bust y'all ass in basketball. Anyway, the last game we saw was against Mississippi Valley. That was a good game. That was actually a good game. Like I said, it was almost a clean game that you saw. A little bit of hiccup here and there, but it was pretty much almost a clean game that we saw on this past Saturday. Hopefully this go around tomorrow for the men. We are on the victorious side. We come out with the victory against FAMU, because we owe y'all one, and we owe Bethune-Cookman one. So we on y'all head. Pause. Uh, MEAC basketball. So for some, MEAC basketball, you got a big matchup tomorrow. Big matchup tomorrow in DC. North Carolina Central takes on Howard. That game is on ESPN Plus at 3 o'clock. Uh, this might be an upset right here if they play their cards right. South Carolina State versus Norfolk State in Virginia. Coppin State, who is 2-19, takes on Delaware State in Dover. That's a house of horrors right there. And Maryland Eastern Shore takes on Morgan State in Baltimore. That is on the men's side right there. But the big matchup for the MEAC is North Carolina Central versus Howard. On the women's side, on the women's side, um, North Carolina Central and Howard. That's good. That should be a good game. Delaware State, Coppin State. Um, South Carolina State is going to get obliterated by Norfolk State. And the Maryland Eastern Shore Morgan State game for the women's side is postponed. I don't know the reason why. I got to check in with some sources on that. But that game is postponed until further notice. Um, on the men's side for in the I'm about to say Colonial, but in the Coastal. Don't even worry about Hampton or A&T on the men's side. Their records are trash. On the women's side, though, I would say this: A&T, they had a game tonight. They won against Hampton. The women's is 16-7 for North Carolina A&T. So the Lady Aggies are balling out there. So that's a good thing right there. They go up against Monmouth on Sunday. So um, let me check out Ohio Valley with Tennessee State. Tennessee State sitting at 15-11. They did take a loss to Tennessee Tech this last go around, but they did win 3 of the last 4 games, so that's a good thing right there. And this game is in Nashville against Western Illinois tomorrow. And looking at the standings for the Ohio Valley, they are still sitting at number 5 in the conference. So they gotta make some noise, y'all. Got to make some noise the rest of the conference season and the conference tournament to make sure they can get into the NCAA tournament, because remember they did the tweaking again for the NIT. So if you won the regular season conference and you didn't win the conference tournament, they are going to take the conference tournament, the conference winner. So other than that, like I said, go check out Langston University basketball. They have a good brand of basketball that you want to see play. Hit up Benedict College because they are hooping out there. Winston-Salem State, the Rams, they hooping in CIAA. Clark Atlanta, they got some ballers out there that's hooping, and Morehouse. I give Morehouse being somewhat of a basketball schools right now, but they hooping. But that's other than that, that's the end of as the SWAC turn. If we see some more foolishness, we gonna go right back to it again. we gonna go back to it again, and we're gonna put y'all on blast. But other than that, um, other than that, um, I had to say that shout out to District Attorney Fannie Willis. And when I'm saying shout out to her, because homegirl is a HBCU product, and she is showing her colors out there. She telling folks about themselves. About I didn't even know about what was going on with the court case and everything like that. But sister out there is telling y'all don't try her. She telling y'all don't try her. Do not try. She said don't try me, try Jesus. That's what she trying to tell y'all. Don't try me, try Jesus. But oh Lord, that's not. I don't want to mention that, but I ain't worried about it. I'm a big dude. All right. when she started going, she started saying blood clot, blood clot. She on y'all ass. But anyway, man, got a good weekend of basketball coming up. We got the start of practice for the HBCU Legacy Bowl started. I think it starts this coming up week. We have baseball, HBCU baseball and softball starting. Shout out to Travis Scott putting on the event in Houston at Minute Maid Park. Hey, Mr. Haynes. That's nice. I like that, Mr. Haynes. As SWAC turns. Y'all just make sure y'all beat FAMU in the beginning of the season in the Me at SWAC challenge. Then you come talk to me about that. When y'all beat if Norfolk State beat FAMU in the Me at SWAC channel, you come talk to me about that. Other than that, mm, mm, mm. But like I said, shout out to District Attorney Fannie Willis showing her true colors on the grand stage of the mall on CNN, because she is cutting it. She is a fool. And then to have her daddy come up there and school everybody on the CRT and what black folks used to do back in the day, having cash up under their mattress and stuff like that. Hey, he put on a class. He taught us a class about financial literacy. Just saying. Just saying. What else is in the news? Oh, the person that's defending in the YSL RICO case is being charged with gang related stuff. Like, I'm like, Where they get these folks at, man? Where they get these folks at? Tell me. I'm just saying. She got brought up on charges for gang charges and stuff like that. So she must be working with she working oh Lord with Young Thug. But my man Gunna out here living his best life. Jermaine Dupri, I'm on your ass. You at the Super Bowl. You're performing in the Super Bowl halftime show, and you got on this goddamn shit that I used to wear when I was little, 40 years ago, when I was little. And not only that, you had on the ruffled socks that the little girls used to wear with the little church shoes on. I'm looking at it like this. You done got up there. I'm looking at the TV. I'm like, who is this little baby on the damn screen? And then I found out it was Jermaine Dupri. I damn near died laughing, y'all. I damn near died laughing. I'm just saying. Somebody come get this little baby out the damn stage. And then I seen he had shades on and the full goatee, and I thought that was CeeLo Green for a second. Because the only other person I know that was just like that, that's from Atlanta like that, is CeeLo Green. I don't care anybody say. But like I said, Super Bowl halftime show was a smash. It was a success, y'all. It was a success. So I just had to get that out there because he's gonna end up on the calendar. I'm trying to figure out who else is gonna end up on the calendar after tomorrow. Talking about he was out to see the wizard. All right, man, we about to shut this thing down. I know Ken got a good show for us tonight, so y'all head on over there. Before y'all do, hit up the Cash App to make sure we get this thing going on, continue going. But other than that, I'm about to play my last two commercials, then we out of here, y'all.
It's your boy Doc Holliday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. Yo, it's your boy Doc Holliday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
All right, y'all. We'll be back on this thing more than likely, hopefully tomorrow. So if you're streaming a game, make sure you make sure you let me know what's up so I can hit up on it and I can join it. But other than that, tomorrow is my baby girl's birthday, Peyton Nasidra. Peyton Nasidra. I say that fast all the time. Peyton Nasidra. She is turning 9 years old. So other than that, this is a time for where I was saying, how we did for my birthday. This would be a best time to hit the donation for my baby girl's birthday, so she can understand that daddy's friends, all 2,063 of his friends, um, that they care, that we all care. So she's turning 9, so I'm dusting off the knees tonight, getting ready in the morning because we're going skating. So we're having a skate party. Um, um, so pretty much that is what's going on with. But um, other than that, so if she listening to this, Peyton, your old dad, because that's what she called me, um, wants to say I love you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Um, and don't laugh at me if I fall or not. All right. But um, other than that, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones. We'll probably be back on this thing tomorrow night. The birthday party's at 2. Probably back at this thing tomorrow night with the wrap up show. And other than that, y'all be easy. Peace.